that in India, our per capita consumption is only 7 kg per person, whereas in US it will be 30 kg. Today, whatever that I've done, we are saving 5 lakh metric ton of plastic every year. 10 years down the line, this will be 60 million metric ton and 35 million metric ton rejection, which says by 2050, India will be world's second largest economy.
Hi, I'm Kashish Talrija from Modern Plastics TV, and today with us we have people call him Daddy of Plastics because he sort of created the ecosystem of plastics in India, and also he created the plastic recycling ecosystem in India as well. So with us we have none other than Mr. Sushil Agarwal ji, the chairman of AVRO India Limited. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Kashish. Thank you, Namaskar.
How are you feeling today at PlastIndia 2026?
The feeling is being very immersive, feeling that I'm in Kumbh, because I don't think there could have been a bigger show on earth than what PlastIndia Foundation 2026 has done. And I'm extremely overwhelmed, happy, and excited, energetic to ensure and feel that plastic is growing with an application widespread across India and across globe. And I want to tell you just a quick snapshot, Kashish, that in India, our per capita consumption is only 7 kg per person, whereas in US it will be 30 kg. So we are way behind in terms of application of plastic, but in times to come, I'm sure we are catching up very fast. We are a consumer nation, 1.4 billion people, middle-class nation, where the consumption is rising extraordinarily fast. And I think we are poised for a great lead in this particular field.
Without doubt. Would you like to share us your company's journey, your journey towards what you were just having a conversation on, which was, plastic recycling, waste management, and the future?
I'd like to begin by saying this, Kashish, that problem and the paradox, the dichotomy of the whole nation is that today we created a monster called as plastic, but we don't know how to contain it, curtail it, how to repurpose it, how to recycle it. You will be surprised, 26,000 metric ton of plastic being discarded into the system in India alone every day, which adds up to almost 10 million metric ton. Out of the total 25 million metric ton that India consumes today, 40% is discarded. And shockingly, imagine a product like cement bag, salt, sugar, putty, jumbo bags, etc., calcite bag, white putty bags. These bags are never ever put to recycle. 9% only gets recycled. What about 91%? They are either sent in incinerator, burnt. When you burn plastic, it creates harmful gases called as fluorines that will get into your organs, your lungs. Your multiple organ failure will happen, which people don't understand. And if you leave it like that in the soil for hundreds of years, it will not get decomposed. And once it gets done, all the chemical and toxicity that's there in the plastic will get into the soil. So we already have a problem of AQI and all the things that we're talking about. Over a period of time, I'm sure we'll have to have not just oxygen cylinders. We'll have to probably breathe all the time into that. And we are having pesticides problem in the times, past 5 decades or so, we've been seeing pesticides being pumped into our foods and all the things, and packaged food, etc., that we got into. What are we doing with the humanity? We're just challenging our humanity and saying, all right, we will do anything and everything with you. Live the way you want. We cannot. If you have to really live, then plastic needs to be repurposed, recycled. And if that being the case, over a period of time, Kashish, let me tell you another interesting thing. Today, 25 million ton versus 10 million ton, the rejection. 10 years down the line, this will be 60 million metric ton and 35 million metric ton rejection. And that will be the discard. And if that being the case, companies across globe are pumping plastic like nobody's business. It's become like aloo, potato, and rice and kind of stuff. It's become a staple. It's become the in thing. We are living with it. When the child is born, mother puts poopsie in the child's mouth from then to all the plastic that we consume day in and out, we are living with plastic day in and out, and it's got into our mainstream system. Microplastics have already gone into our body. That's why the children are falling sick these days. Our DNA is changing, our profile is changing. What is happening? We are being absolutely careless when it comes to handling. We created a monster. Yes, we all understand. We call it shrap. हिंदी में भी से ये श्राप हमने बना दिया. How can ठीक है श्राप बना दिया, but how do you tackle it? You have no choice except to repurpose, and that is recycling of plastic and putting it to use. That's where I started this initiative, Kashish, 24 years back, when people did not believe that I can manufacture plastic furniture from recycled plastic. Because those days recycling plastic was considered to be kabadi work. ये तो घटिया आदमी है, कबाड़ी है, he is doing all this rubbish work. It is considered to be rubbish. चोर उचक्के समझते थे लोग हमारे को. And from those days when I started doing it, whole nation watched me doing, and they were saying, अच्छा आज fail होगा, कल fail होगा. He will fail miserably one day. When they saw me doing great amount of work, then everybody got in, and that's how, because of that, 5,000 crore piece of economic activity in plastic furniture field alone got created because of my effort. And that's why when you said, thank you very much for saying that, people used to call me Papa, किसी industry के Papa है, then they started calling me Daddy. So I also felt, हाँ भाई ठीक है, Daddy of plastic लोग बोलते हैं. I'm grateful to all of them. So the reason is very simple. Today, whatever that I've done, we are saving 500,000, 5 lakh metric ton of plastic every year, recycled plastic that gets into manufacturing of furniture, not just furniture alone. Today, because of the EPR regulation government of India has enforced, 30% of your plastic have to be from a recycled source, which unfortunately nobody in India is making. And let me assure you, if somebody were to say, हाँ हम लेना चाहते हैं, dreaming is a very different thing, but actually on the ground reality is not happening. So what I did was, about 3-4 years back, I started with another venture where I started consuming, and in fact processing recycled plastic itself in terms of it's a cement bag, salt, sugar, putty, etc., etc. All these products, when we reprocess them, we found that we do not have technology. We lacked with it. So we had a huge challenge. We spent tons and tons of money, not in lakhs, but in crores. And we failed miserably. But later we cracked the code. We found that there are ecosystem machines available across globe, from Europe and from China, etc. We sourced them, we set it up. Today, when I'm talking to you, Kashish, today, I have India's largest flexible plastic recycling plant, where I'm demonstrating that this plastic which is being burnt or put on the or spread on the road, that thing 2 to 5 rupees kg plastic, we are actually converting that, which will match with the quality of 100 rupees kg plastic, up to 40 to 50% of recycled plastic that if you use, my guarantee is that your virgin plastic material, whatever you're manufacturing, my specs and that product specs will match. 40-50% usage will not change the technical specification or the final product, which could be dash bumper, headlight, maybe plastic furniture, maybe air cooler, washing machine, etc. We guarantee to that extent. And the best part is that will come to just only for 60 to 75 paise kg. So you save money. You are able to say, all right, we are also doing carbon credit in some of the EPR, etc. You can claim and say, all right, we are ESG compliant, which people talk big forum. They say, we understand ESG. What ESG? If you don't actually apply into the reality, it doesn't work. So we are here to serve the nation and humanity and the entire country for that matter. Over a period of time, we will also be exporting it. We will disseminate information. We will teach and try to ensure that everybody across globe are trained to handle plastic. It's like, the surgery that you do, and you have to be an MD or MBBS or so on and so forth to actually do that particular process. We will train people to handle plastic, repurpose it, and ensure that over a period of time, we don't have to use fossil fuels and whatever that is going into manufacture granules. Rather, it is circulated again and again. And finally, when it gets into the end of life cycle of a plastic, the beauty here is, Kashish, you'll be very happy to understand, it will get into making of roads. India is progressing very heavily on the roads. So for the road, they require bitumen, which is being imported. They don't have to. That last plastic, which has got no residual value, no use, can be put into roads, making a road, and that's where it ends with it. We are here on a very big purpose for that.
Wow, it is really a nice initiative. I think they call you daddy of plastics, and the pioneer who started plastic recycling. I think that is for a reason. You are on a mission, and I think it will be successful. So what do you feel could be the next arc of plastic industry?
Unfortunately, Kashish, we are not being respected or supported. We are being slapped and penalized. You'll say, how? Today, you'll be surprised. Let's say when industry is giving plastic polymer, they charge 18%. And let's say when I'm making furniture, plastic furniture, then I also take input of 18%. On an output, I pay for 18%. Now, the problem starts here. When it goes to the consumer hand, let's say Kashish has it, 4 chairs, it's broken. She'll say, all right, she will ask her buyer to take this plastic and give it to somebody else. Now that plastic guy, kabadi or anybody who picks it up free of cost. Now the worst part here, Kashish, you'll be shocked and surprised that if I were to take the plastic from such people, then I'm supposed to be paying 18% GST on reverse charge mechanism because this kabadi has no bill, no GST. The government said, no, you pay GST. Okay, let's say you charge me again GST, 18%. I again manufacture furniture. Again give it to Kashish. Again it breaks. Again goes to buy. Again comes back. 5 times it has rotated. You will be happy and you will be surprised and shocked that we would have ended up paying on a rupee 90 rupees as 90 paisa as the GST alone, which means not 100 rupees. 190 rupees is the product price becomes. It is because 5 times GST being paid without any input. Input output is understandable. Revenue neutrality is understandable. GST neutrality is understandable. But not where there's a cascading effect and multiplier effect which government has created, which nobody else has seen at this point of time. I really want to appeal the Honorable PM Sir, Honorable FM Ma'am, everybody, give us a chance. We will showcase and demonstrate to you that there's a huge duty challenge that needs to be reversed and which means it has to be made zero. Number one. Number two, there is no subsidy in terms of, let us say, in case if you are deploying capital and there's a huge capital cost that gets incurred in because it's a core product. It's a core project where you have a washing machine to, grinding and squeezing and then creating granules and all that. It's not a small place. You look at a huge paraphernalia which might cost maybe 50, 100 crores. Such kind of project, if you have to implement, just imagine the rate of interest that we have to end up paying is as much as anybody would pay commercially, where there should have been at least 4% of interest subvention on that particular investment because it is for a cause, huge cause, and we are demonstrating that. And otherwise also, number two, they should have given an investment subsidy that is called as capital subsidy. Well, let's say I spent 50 crore rupees. Then government can say, all right, Mr. Agarwal, in let's say next 4 years or so, we'll continue to pay you back 12.5 crore rupees so that in the next 4 years, we are able to expand your production because we are giving you capital subsidy. So that subsidy will give me ability to enhance the production on the basis of the demand and consumption that is rising day in and out. That is another thing. And another thing is, as I said, zero taxation have to be there. If these measures are done, plus very important thing before I forget, you will feel a little upset to understand that if the project cost is, let's say, crore rupees for manufacturing and let's say small setup, then the land cost might be 4 to 5 crore rupees. Who has so much money to invest on land? We are not buying gold. We are buying a project. We are buying a plot for manufacturing and recreating or recycling the plastic. Who has that kind of money? So that means government, when it allows parks to be created, you should allow such kind of parks to be created where the plastic recycling, it's marked for plastic recycling, practically given free or a lease or in a certain top basis, etc. But this is a small charge where they can come and plug and play type of thing. They are given all kinds of lesser clearances, etc. Ecosystem gets created, red carpet welcome is laid, and that's when the revolution starts in India. Because we are all born entrepreneurs. Indians are very smart, intelligent people. We are jugadu, but we also know how to deal with such situation. If that happens, Kashish, I can assure you, over a period of time, the next 5-10 years, the ecosystem will change so much that today I'm aspiring that about 500,000 people need to be engaged in this particular activity. So it creates job, not small job, 500,000, 5 lakh logo ko, and it creates more than 50,000 crore rupees of economic activity. Wow, what a great job. And it is repurposing the plastic, and it's also saving the humanity and pollution that would have got created from the plastic. So I think this is a win-win situation for everybody for that matter. And I think India needs to take a note of it. Honorable PM Sir, in Delhi Declaration in G20, already said that yes, plastic needs to be repurposed, should be given red carpet welcome. But who's listening? Nobody. So I really want to appeal through your podcast, Kashish. Thank you very much for inviting me. I'm here not for my own personal gain. I'm here as a citizen of the nation where I'm totally devoted, dedicated to the cause, worthy cause of my Bharat, my Bharat. I want it to shine bright, but not get drowned in plastic.
Got it. And what are some initiatives that your company is taking towards sustainability?
Well, I think 24 years back that I started
Yes.
was something very exceptional, path-breaking. Today, again, when I started doing the recycling, I'm demonstrating, showcasing our ability to convert all this trash into and usable plastic, and not just downcycling. We don't use it as a filler. We are purposing it to replace 100 rupees kg plastic with that recycled plastic. It's not a small task. So I think sustainability, we are the champions of sustainability. And I'm happy to announce and say, Kashish, that some time back, Business Outlook magazine, PlastIndia, when they went through everybody and audited, they found AVRO India Limited as the only company which is doing a lot of work with sustainability, and we got the gold award in that category, for which we did not even go to pick it up because we did not believe that we will get it, but we got it. So that I would say that we are doing it diligently, honestly, with a purpose, with something in the mind where we want to create a cohesive ecosystem. We want to ensure that the whole country as such benefits from these policies and principles that we are adopting.
And on that note, what would be your advice to young entrepreneurs and startups who are just entering the market into this plastic industry? What would be your advice to them?
Kashish, I don't have to say this. India is the fastest growing economy. This third largest, fourth largest is only numbers. I have data which says by 2050, India will be world's second largest economy. We would have overtaken this great America, and India would become that. We were Vishwaguru, we were Vishwaguru. We will become Vishwaguru in times to come. We have the ability to do that. And in that, plastic recycling sector is at a nascent stage. It's at infancy. That needs to be nurtured, taken care of. The formal system had to be created, not the informal haphazard manner. You create something in your backyard and all the thing and do it haphazardly. That is not acceptable. Don't downcycle the plastic, upcycle it. And to upcycle, you need a mechanized systems, etc., where you can do a good amount of production, serve the interest of the domestic and multinational company, which we are getting poised for, and over a period of time, also export those granules to the worldwide market wherever we can. India has the ability. We have the wherewithal. We are consuming and we are rising with the consumption. So now is the time to get into this trade and activity. And let me tell you, Kashish, I'm here to serve the interest of the nation. I will disseminate all the information technologically that is required for anybody, any entrepreneur who wants to say, all right, हमें पता नहीं कैसे चलता है. Don't worry. मैं आपको बताऊंगा. I will teach you how to do that without any cost, without any such hiccups, without any challenge. It will be my duty to ensure that you succeed, because when you succeed, my Bharat succeeds. That's my challenge.
Very inspiring.
Thank you.
So Modern Plastics India has completed 26 years. This is our 26th anniversary. So how do you see this milestone for your company? How is this beneficial, or how is this related to your company?
I believe that, the amount of, let's say, the quality of your magazine that I'm seeing is absolutely world class, top class. I don't know, or I have not seen any company or any such magazine of this stature and quality that you people are doing. It's a great voice of the plastic industry, the fraternity, which needs a cohesive system. There has to be an ecosystem which has to be existence, and where we connect with each other. I would love, and I would certainly want to compliment, in any case, your company for this beautiful magazine, as well as the endeavor that you've taken as a podcast, etc. And I believe you have a way to go forward. And over a period of time, probably, to my understanding, you will be the nation's voice.
Thank you so much. It was very flattering to hear. And would you like to say something on Bharat Next or PlastIndia 2026 or any exhibitions that are out there in general?
Yeah, I think this is a great endeavor. I want to compliment PlastIndia 2026 for creating this huge Kumbh Mela of plastic, and I was given to understand it's world's largest exhibition. Though I go to China Plus, etc., very often, I am aware of K show in Düsseldorf in Germany. But nevertheless, obviously, the amount of, let's say, influx that I've seen, thousands of visitors, not thousands, lakhs of visitors that are here, exhibitors are there. Everybody is feeling absolutely overwhelmed. And I can see that everybody's very, very busy. Business is coming. And I think we are ready and geared up to become, the world's factory here in times to come and demonstrate and showcase Bharat has arrived. India has arrived to the world's landscape.
Thank you so much for your words, and thank you so much for having this conversation with us. From your mission to your appreciation, it matters a lot to us. Thank you so much again for coming.
Thank you.
And sharing your wisdom with us.
Thank you, Kashish. Thank you. I'm grateful to you. Thank you very much.